As you guys know, today is day 12 of building business from scratch, and this is behind the scenes of what's happening. So we have a lot of personal things that are happening, and the reason for that is we are Russian people in Serbia, and we just need to do some things in order to get our life together, in order to get a permit to stay here, so we can stay here and not leave the country every 30 days, where we have to go to another country, then we have to come back here, registering police here, which is a complete mess. So that's one thing, and this is something that we solved today, but now we have a bigger problem. Our landlord, the owner of the apartment that we live in, he doesn't want to register us here, and yeah, like we have to do something with it. We have to register ourselves, and we either have to search for another apartment, or we have to, I don't know, like make a deal with him. And the deal that we can make with him is why he doesn't want to do it, because he doesn't want to pay taxes. And we can pay taxes for him. At least that's the idea. But the problem is that taxes are 20%, and we pay 550 euros for the apartment, and the taxes for that would be like 150, almost 150, like 140 euros extra. And this is something that we cannot afford to do right now, right? And this is something that's just breaking my head, and we learned that just yesterday. Another thing that we need to do is we had to do some notary things, and that's just another absurd thing. It took us 9 months or 8 months to get into Russian embassy to get like one of the papers that we had to get, and almost 10 months after the first attempt, we were able to get the notary to get to the notary to get the papers done. Again, 10 months. It was a huge headache, but that's done. Now we have to figure out something with this apartment, and like this is something that we have to do and take a lot of our time doing, and spend money as well that doing, and the money that we do have. And this is something that we just had to take care of today. So I woke up at 7. At 9, I was at the embassy. It took me 2 hours to get the papers done. And then after that, we went to the immigration center, to the police immigration department in the police. And there we spent like another 2 hours. Then we came back home. And as you can watch in the video, although like we got the payment come through from the client, which is amazing, but still, like we came here home at like 3:30 p.m. and then I started working. I worked for 2 hours, and now after this, I also have to go and cook because we don't have any food. So a lot of things are happening, and today I felt extremely bad. But the most important thing is that we're still alive, and as long as we're alive, we just cannot lose. We just keep on going. And I'm just looking at my favorite quote from David Goggins: "Don't stop when you are tired, stop when you are done." And the quote is on the table there, by the way. And I just looked at that quote. I watched a couple of videos from David Goggins today, and I was like, nah, I cannot give up. I have to keep going. And yeah, that's what I did. That's why I worked for the last 2 hours, even though I was on my legs for 6 hours before that, and those were extremely painful hours. So that's behind the scenes of what's happening. At the same time, we have to figure out a couple of other things, and there's other person that's dependent on us, and we have to come up with this payment system for him. So it's not that we just want to like take money and enjoy the life. No, we have to figure out a payment method for one of the like people that we know, and let him do the business, because if he doesn't have the payment processor, it's a big problem. And we have to do all these things at the same time. And the more we wait, the harder it will get, and the more brutal it will get. At the same time, I'll have a call tomorrow with a potential client. Yeah, it's just so many things are happening at the same time, and like, it's brutal what we have to go through. And it's really hard. But once again, I look at that quote and I'm like, David Goggins, don't stop when you're tired, stop when you're done. So we're not done yet. That's why we're not stopping, and we'll continue on just crushing it. Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow.